So, a few days into the new year, I was browsing through the Xbox game store, hoping to catch a deal on the game that I might have missed out on because, after Christmas sales are usually better than Christmas sales themselves. But along the way, I came across a game called Bleed 2. I liked the way it looked, and it was free with Xbox Live Gold for the month, so I said, fuck it. What's the worst that could possibly happen? The game looked interesting enough, and a few days later, I had nothing else to play, so I was like, let's give it a try. And turns out, this game is pretty damn fun. Now, after doing a bit of research on the game, I found out that Bleed 2 is an indie game developed by one guy. Yes, one person. A Canadian developer named Ian Campbell created this entire game from scratch, except for the music and all. But damn, you can't lie, that's pretty inspiring. Nowadays, there are so many games created by one person, and they tend to be pretty solid titles, and Bleed 2 is no exception. Bleed 2 is a challenging side-scrolling shooter similar to games like Contra and Gunstar Heroes. The game is a journey through 7 different stages that can be played in one of 2 ways. You can play through the story mode with short cutscenes and you have infinite lives, or you can test your patience and play on the arcade mode with no cutscenes and 1 life. Needless to say, I didn't feel like getting my ass kicked, so I decided to play through the story mode. Our main protagonist here is Rin. She is the world's greatest hero, but she couldn't give 2 shits about that as all she wants to do is relax and play video games. Wow, that's a mood. But the world is in danger, so our protagonist takes action to save the world, and after 7 stages, she succeeds. Nothing too crazy, but I feel like it gets the job done well enough for this kind of game. Now, while I do wish that there was more to the story, like world development or character interactions, or maybe even a threatening villain, the game does have subtle nuances that somewhat fill the void, specifically with Ren's interactions with the rival. He's this blonde-haired bastard that knows he's inferior to Ren, but tries so incredibly hard to one-up her. Like, we fight this motherfucker as a boss multiple times, and he loses each and every single one of them. But he isn't necessarily a bad guy, as he does give us some assistance to defeat other foes in the game. I guess he just wants to get recognized by society too. Poor guy. Speaking of foes, this game has a bunch of them with a total of 25 motherfucking boss fights in only 7 levels. Like, holy shit, how the fuck does that work? Well, at different points in each stage, Ren will come across a different boss, and once they're defeated, you keep moving like it's no one's business. I guess I'm just too used to how Mega Man does it. Now, hands down, the boss fights are the best part of the game. Each one of them is fast-paced, challenging, and keeps you on your toes. They honestly remind me of the bosses in Cuphead with the amount of monkey shit they'll have thrown at you. However, these fights are nowhere near as difficult as Cuphead bosses, at least on normal mode. I didn't really have a hard time defeating any of the bosses in this game. I was able to defeat each and every single one of them with 1 or 2 cracks at it. But if you're looking for an extra challenge, Bleed 2 does offer a challenge mode that has you fight against 3 bosses of your choosing. That sounds simple. I've played in Sonic Adventure 2's Boss Rush mode. This should be a piece of cake. And oh shit! Oh my gosh, there's 3 of them at the same time. Holy fuck, I don't know what to do. I can't do this shit. Lord save me. Oh no, I'm dead. Challenge mode is a real fucking challenge. I'll tell you that right now. It has you faces off against 3 bosses all at the same damn time. I'm not sure if this is even possible. Like, look at this shit. I have no room to defend myself. I'm good at video games, but damn it, I couldn't do it. But I'm sure there's someone out there that's more than willing to prove that it's possible and show that they're a better gamer than me, whatever. Now, one aspect of the game that I haven't touched on yet is the controls. You know why? This. What the fuck is this? RT to jump? Shooting by aiming with the right analog stick? Oh, I tried it, but for me, this control setup was way too uncomfortable. I had to change it more so to what I'm accustomed to, games like Mega Man or whatnot. But in doing so, that largely handicapped me for the entire game. As you see, changing my controls limited my ability to aim in multiple directions while standing still. So I always had to run around like a fucking moron getting hit by accident to be able to shoot things in certain directions, which is a real punch in the balls. I either had to get used to these controls or limit my mobility, so fuck. Aside from that, I didn't really have any issues with the game. There is a large value in simplicity, and Bleed 2 offers a short, fun, simple experience to be played here and there. The game can be completed in 1 sitting with some pretty great replay value added in the mix. By finishing the game, there are different difficulties you can play. You can unlock new characters and new weapons to add to the experience, which is something I wish more games nowadays would take advantage of, but we're not going to get into that right now. But for now, I would definitely recommend you play this game if you like classic style games, you know, like Mega Man, Cuphead, Super Meat Boy, and all those of the such. Personally, I'm a really big fan of these classic style games, so I obviously played the fuck out of this. But I'm also curious to see how many of you have also played this game or games like them. So let me know in the comments down below what games you've played that are classic style or any of them that you're willing to, you know, give a try. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, remember to hit the like button and subscribe if you're new. And as always, stay tuned for the next video.